the sun. So the creator of the sun, the moon, the male, the female, the tree. And here's one of my favorite ones. I used to always ask this question to myself. The lion and the zebra. The lion matches with the savannah. Okay? A lioness, when it bends down on the brown plateau of the savannah, she fits right in. She hides. Like how is and the zebra in contrast sticks out. Black and white. There's no black and white in the savannah. It's all like earthy colors. I used to always think to myself, how is this fair to the zebra? Because the zebra pops out and he's the prey. But the predator has the ability to hide. Right? Until I read somewhere that when the zebras stick together, their stripes blur the vision of the lion. So the lion's eye and the one who made and the zebra being as a pack is created by the same creator. Okay? I don't even know how evolutionists are going to come and answer that. Right? Because you could probably make up stuff for evolution that relates to that single animal existing, right, for itself. But how are you going to come up with the matching reality that the zebras, when they stick together, all the lion sees is a huge, massive set of stripes, and he's like, oh, it's too big. I can't attack that. He thinks it's like a huge, one single blurry animal. Only when one zebra goes away, then he can chase it. I mean, is that not brilliant? So the instinct of the zebra to stick together as a pack and the eye of the lion that can't see that was created by the same creator. Summary, complexity of the creation indicates the oneness of the creator. Or the harmony of the creation indicates the oneness of the creator. Okay? The complexity of the creation indicates the knowledge of the creator. So it must have knowledge. Okay? All of this clearly well before that indicates the power of the creator. And you don't need harmony nor complexity to indicate power. If you just stacked a bunch of bricks on top of each other, I would assume you have a certain amount of power. You have the ability to move bricks and have a ladder and move more bricks and more bricks and more bricks. So clearly you have that. So is our stream on or off? We don't have issues, right? Because somebody here is saying, is the stream coming back? And SZ is saying, what happened? This is the second time this... Should we check? Because I've been talking for so long. And now they're telling me the stream's not. SubhanAllah. Yeah, it's on.
We're on. Or I think maybe it restarted. Yeah, it's a new comment.
So we're good.
We
good now. Okay, good. SubhanAllah. Can you see why it cut off?
It's the Wi-Fi thing, because on OBS it says we're streaming, but...
Yeah, so we need to contact our Wi-Fi organization, or our Wi-Fi company.
It cuts out and then it comes back and then you restream.
We need to contact our internet provider, because people are here or just... this is the second day in a row, right? SubhanAllah.
It happened once before.
All right, so should we continue? All right, you can stick the book back on. So it doesn't take anything except the existence to indicate power, which we call qudra in Arabic. But it takes harmony to indicate oneness, and it takes complexity to indicate knowledge. And all of this precludes life, because you cannot be dead and have the attribute of power and knowledge. So clearly you must be alive. So life is another obligatory belief about the creator, must be alive. Now, when we talk about life, everything in nature has some level of life. Even the Prophet ﷺ made the Sahaba hear the tasbih of the rocks and the weeping of the tree stump and the speech of a camel. And we know David spoke to the wind. Solomon commanded the wind, and Solomon talked to animals. So we know that everything in creation has some life. But what are the levels of life? The levels of life relate to hearing and speaking, hearing and seeing and speaking. So there must be hearing, there must be seeing, and there must be the quality of speech for the Creator. These are the completeness of life. Life is incomplete without these. So the rock has a life, and we believe that it does have a level of life, but it's an incomplete level. The plants have a level of life. Now, nobody disputes that plants can be alive and dead. Insects have a level of life. Animals have a higher level of life. Let's take a look at it from another aspect. If I was to smash a rock in front of everybody in the street, nobody would say anything. If I was to go around chopping down, plucking healthy green grass, people would say, come on, stop that. You're ruining the grass. You're ruining, this is a life form. Plucking green and fresh flowers and leaves. If I was to, for example, people would be upset about that. If I was to go follow some ants that are just minding their own business, carrying sugar and stuff, and start bouncing a ball to kill them all, someone would say, come on, stop that. Now, how much worse would it be if I went around killing birds and cats and dogs? There's probably laws against that, animal cruelty laws. So all of it at that point indicates the levels of life, the highest level of life being the human being. So why Harambe, the poor guy, was it a male or female? When the human boy ran into the enclosure of the ape or the gorilla, they killed the gorilla to save the boy. Why? Which is the higher life form? The one who speaks or the one who grunts? Of course, even the Quran says they speak, but you don't understand their speech. So for us, the attribute of hearing, seeing, and speaking is necessary for the completeness of life. Okay? So those are the attributes when we say that what does believing in the Creator, believing in Allah entail? It entails these attributes that we just mentioned. And again, I'll repeat them again. Al-wujud, al-wahdaniyya, القدم والبقاء ومخالفة الحوادث الحياة العلم القدرة السمع البصر الكلام. Okay, so to say them in English, existence, being pre-eternal, being infinite, no beginning, no end, completely dissimilar from created beings, self-subsistent, meaning he doesn't rely on anyone to exist. He's one, he has life, he has knowledge, impetus, will, irada, hearing, seeing, and speech. Why irada? Why do I have to believe that God has a will? It's because the variety in the universe indicates that everything in this world is literally custom made. Every MacBook is not custom made, right? No one's got a Apple phone that's custom made. We just got an Apple phone, same. It's all the same. Okay. But there is not a single animal, human, plant, or snowflake, except it is custom made. And just imagine that. And you know that they said that snowflakes are all custom. Every single snowflake is different. It's a different work of art made by the Creator. Just think about that. And every single grain of sand has a different shape. Now, grains of sand, how do they come about? Waves smashing into the rocks. Nonetheless, different. And here's another, which is so weird, even the random things, that no two spillages of water are ever the same. So if I took 100 cups of water, 100 cups of paint, and each little cup of paint, I poured it on its own piece of paper and used a robot. Same exact motion, same exact spillage. None of them would be the same. That is like mind-boggling. You'd think if it's a robot, it's the same paint, same air condition, same everything. It's not like no wind in the room, and the paint was doing this and dropping a small cup of paint on a piece of paper. It should all be the same. It's even that, nothing that the Creator does, and that's just a random act. Imagine an intention, like a direct creation from the Creator. Every eye, every lion, every zebra stripe, every butterfly.